Good morning, everybody, and welcome to my online English video class. Today, we are going to study chapter number 4, that is transitive and intransitive verb. In the previous class, we have already known about transitive and intransitive verb. So, in today's class, we shall be revising this chapter and also solving exercise A to C. So, without waste of time, let us begin the class. Children, you know that the object of any sentence is the one affected by the action carried by the verb. Okay? Example, the boy likes the dog. If you are going to separate the sentence, so the boy becomes subject, verb is likes, and object is the dog. So here it is very clear that the object of the sentence is affected by the action of the verb. Okay, so the object dog is completely affected by the object by the verb likes. Okay, now see, the verbs may or may not require an object to convey the complete meaning of their action. Clear? Sometimes verb requires any object to complete its meaning, and sometimes it does not require any object to complete its meaning. Okay, when it requires object to complete its meaning, it is called a transitive verb, and when it does not require any object to complete its meaning, it is a intransitive verb. See the example given below. First example is saying that I threw the rock. Okay, so the rock is the object that is completely affected by the verb threw. Okay, second says I cried. So in the second sentence you can see that there is no object. Okay, but without not having any object, it is giving its full meaning that I cried. Now let us move to exercise A and try to get it. Exercise A is saying that identify the verbs in the sentences given below. Write Y for verbs that require an object, and N for the verb that do not. First says the baby smiled in its sleep. I have given all the answers here in this exercise. So the verb is smiled, that is already underlined, and it is an intransitive verb. Second says the man slept well. So here slept is intransitive verb, and the sentence is based on intransitive verb. Then after third, he was snoring loudly. Here also there is no object, so it also become a intransitive verb. Was snoring is a intransitive verb. Then after four is those boys are singing song. Okay, there is a object in this sentence, so it become a transitive verb. You will underline are singing, and then you will write y and transitive. Then after 5 says these girls are playing hockey. Playing hockey, are playing is a transitive verb, so you will underline it, and then after will write transitive. 6, the clone laughed aloud, so it is a intransitive, and the verb laughed you will underline. 7 says he has read 2 novels. So has read is a transitive verb, so you will write and underline has read. Number 8, the man giggled softly. It is an intransitive verb, you will underline the verb giggled. 9, she loves instrumental music. So loves will be transitive verb, you will underline it. Now number 10, she has composed a poem. So has composed is a transitive verb. Now let us move to the next. Here you can see that verbs that require an object to convey the complete meaning of their action are called transitive verbs, and those that do not require any object to complete its meaning are called intransitive verb. So by solving exercise A, I hope it is very clear to identify you that what is transitive and what is intransitive verb. Now let's go further. Exercise B. Complete the given sentences with suitable transitive verbs from the box below. So here are the words. With the help of these words you have to complete the exercise. Let's see. First exercise says Farhan dashed the household chorus as soon as he could. See the words. So I have written here answers. So the first word is finished. So here will be Farhan finished the household chorus as soon as he could. Okay, second says she dashed her suitcase but forgot to keep the key. So answer says locked. She locked her suitcase but forgot to keep the key. Number 3. They dash a dog and felt more secure than before. So answer C is adopted. So it become they adopted a dog and felt more secure than before. Number 4. Anita dashed her brother to the doctor. So number 4 answer is here. Anita accompanied her brother to the doctor. Number 5. He dashed the truth at last. So number 5 is revealed. Answer is revealed. It becomes he revealed the truth at last. Number 6. They dashed the twigs of the tree. 6 answer is snapped. So it will be they snapped the twigs of the tree. 7 answer the infant almost dash a coin while playing with it. So 7 answer is swallowed. So it becomes the infant almost swallowed a coin while playing with it. Clear? Number 8. My father dashed me to keep trying. Number 8 answer is here, that is told. So here will be my father told me to keep trying. Number 9. The director dash an email about the proposed reforms. So here the answer says sent. So it becomes the director sent an email about the proposed reforms. Okay, then the last says I waited for a long time before I dash present. So answer 10 is unwrapped. Let's see. I waited for a long time before I unwrapped present. Now see further. Transitive verbs with two objects. Children, sometimes in a sentence there is only one object and sometimes there is more than one object. So let's talk on that. Okay. Some transitive verbs can have two objects. See how? Example 1 is saying my grandparents gave me a hug on my birthday. Second says the child told us the truth. Clear? Here I have distributed all the things. You can see subject, verb, direct object, and then after indirect object. So the first sentence says that my grandparents gave me a hug. So grandparents become a subject and then verb is gave, direct object which always questions what. Okay, so that is a hug, and then after indirect object always questions to whom, that is me. So my grandparents gave me what? So the answer will be a hug. So the hug is a direct object that it is already mentioned here, and then after if I will question the my grandparents give me a hug. Okay, my grandparents give a hug to whom? So the answer will be me. So in that case we will getting our indirect object. So I hope it is very clear how to identify direct and indirect object. Let us see one more example as it is given here. The child told the truth us. Okay, it is given here also. Let us see. So the child will be subject, then after told is verb, direct object the truth, and then indirect object will us. Clear? Now usually the indirect object comes before the direct object and we can use a preposition with the indirect object to inverse the sequence. Okay, here it is saying that sometimes direct object comes before the, sometimes indirect object comes before the direct object and we can use a preposition with the indirect object to inverse the sequence. How? See here. I gave her a chocolate. Okay, so in this sentence, I is a subject, gave is verb, her becomes indirect object, and a chocolate is a direct object. Okay, so I gave her what? Direct object will be chocolate, and the chocolate was given to whom? So her is a indirect object. That is very simple to identify. And then after, in second, I gave a chocolate to her. Okay, so here you can see that we have used preposition to show indirect object. Okay, that is explained here. Okay, now exercise C. Break the given sentences down and fill in the table below. Refer to the table on page number 27 from your book. You can see in your book, and then after solve exercises. First says, my grandparents tell me wonderful story. Okay, so I have already given on the all the answers here. Then after you will try to understand. Let me do like this. Just wait. Okay. So here the first says, my grandparents tell me wonderful story. If you are going to identify each of the sentences, so you have to make like that some columns as it is already given in your book. You can see. And then after, the subject becomes my grandparents, verb is tell, wonderful story is direct object, and indirect object is me. Clear? Okay. Then number 2, here number 2 is saying, Raghav asked me a very difficult question. Okay, so Raghav is subject, ask is verb, very difficult questions is direct object, and me becomes indirect object. Now number 3, the teacher promised her students a picnic. So the teacher is subject, promised verb, a picnic direct object, students is indirect object. Now number 4. Number 4 is Tarun wrote his mother an email. So it is very easy. See here, Tarun is subject, verb is root, an email direct object, and mother is indirect object. Then after we will move towards 5. 5 says the Kumars showed us their huge house. Okay, so here will be the Kumars is subject, showed verb, huge house direct object, and us is indirect object. Then after 6, so 6 says lend me some money. Okay, it is a example of an imperative sentence. So you know that here the subject you is somewhere hidden. So in subject you will write you, then lend is verb, some is some money. Some money is a direct object, and me is indirect object. Then after 7 says my father made the children pancakes. So here the answer will be, the father is a direct is a subject, made is verb, pancakes direct object, and the children is indirect object. Then after number 8, Anuj paid the vendor half the money. So answer will be, Anuj is subject, paid is verb, half of the money is a direct object, and the vendor is a indirect object. Clear? No. Then the 9th says she gave her sister a lecture on punctuality. Okay, so she is a subject, gave is verb, a lecture on punctuality will be direct object, and sister is a indirect object. Then after, the watchman offered those people timely help. So here you can see that the watchman is subject, offered is verb, help is a direct object, and people is a indirect object. So in that way, children, we had completed, as you can see, from the starting. I will show you First of all, we have revised about the object, and then after how it does not require in intransitive verb and how it require in transitive verb, that we learn. Then after, with the help of different example, we just made clear our concept. Then we solve exercise A, B, and then after C. So these are the answers of all exercises. You can do exercises in your book, and then till the next time, I want to wish you uh, and the chapter number 4 part 2 will be given in the next class, in which we will solve the rest of the exercises. And then till that time, thank you so much, and